So what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. And yeah, we're finally. I'm kind of over. Since I'm finally over the moment of panic that I saw when I saw certain countries implementing certain laws that might have quite some implications, not just for how people express themselves online, but also for online communities, etc. I made a video about giving my own thoughts without any corporate backing or whatever. Since I calmed down a bit, I thought let's do another overview. In this case of Night Thrasher issue 6 that was released on January 1994, if my memory serves me right. And yeah, for those who don't know how to do these types of videos, I usually go through, let's say, in case of a tale from the past, we go through, let's say, an American comic, indie comic, or European comic, or even a manga from, let's say 1960 all the way to, or even before, to 2011. And in case of a more recent story, we go from 2011 till present day, so 2011 till 2025. How I do these types of videos, pretty simple. We usually go through, who the team is, the writer, the artist, letterer, etc. We follow with a synopsis and a short work week breakdown, but in the case of an overview, that's not really needed because it will only take time away from the things that you need to know, and the rest is something you have to figure out for yourself. After which we put the plus and the minus against each other and discuss good, bad, and the ugly, and we go to the final verdict that goes from 10 out of 100, 1 out of 10 till 100 out of 100, 10 out of 10. So pretty old school rating. And doesn't also be using the League of Comics Geeks to give you the thoughts of other readers who might have read this issue or not. And of course, there might be some things you might disagree with me about. That's the case. No problem. Totally fine. But let's try to keep it civil. My goal of these types of videos is trying to bring back the old school times, the simpler times, the days before the internet, where you could just discuss whether a comic is good or not, etc. And it's totally unscripted, so without further ado, grab yourself a cup of tea, some coffee, some bites, whatever you prefer, and let's get into the video. So, Night Thrasher, issue 6, face value, black versus white. So there's some racial tensions going on. It was originally written by of course we get into the there's some spoilers here and there. That's it. We're going to the side as well. Like I said, I'm kind of out of practice, so it happens. But who the writer is? Well, the writer is Fabian Nicieza, artist David Bowler, Keith Aiken is the inker, and Jim Amash as well. Kevin Tinsley did the colors along with Ashley Pozzella. Chris Eliopoulos, I probably butchered that name, is the letterer. An assistant editor is Paula Foye, editor Tom DeFalco, and Rob Tokar. And the cover artist is David Bowler. I have no idea how to spell the name. But that's the whole team. What the synopsis is all about? Well, the cover kind of revealed it. There's some, let's say, racial tensions going on between, three blocks, and one of them is, Night Thrasher and Rage. They need to, kind of, break up a conflict between, or three-way shootout between two rival gangs. One that consists of Afro-Americans, the other one of, pale-skinned Americans with all kinds of descent. And the police. And yeah, this is taking place in the urban jungle, as I like to call it. Some tensions tend to get high, both racially and physically. So yeah, what basically is both Night Thrasher and Rage have to break up the conflict, and yeah, violence is never is isn't always the solution, but in this case, it's the answer, and the answer is yes, and that's about it. And yeah, without yeah further ado, we go into what the final verdict is. Well, first of all, the cover really sets the tone, so great marketing right there. The art style is yeah typically 90s art, but still yeah it shows a more realistic slash darker take on superhero genre a la Daredevil, and yeah, there's some elements of RoboCop in it as well. I can show you a bit. I mean, the mask looks kind of like RoboCop, but yeah, it's from what I get, it's a fun read, and yeah, there's some interesting art style in there, rough, a little dark. Just yeah, it's not semi-realistic. Kind of reminding me of that Double Dragon comic as well that they did during that time. And yeah, it really shows yeah the tensions between yeah back then between Afro Americans and white folks and the police. And yeah, so a decent balance between writing and art for what you get. And yeah, fortunately, yeah, the characters itself they're kind of underdeveloped, I think. Also, yeah, the premise is pretty simple. It's just a book that you could read in one go, and yeah, then never look at it again. But it does some things right, and that's yeah, shows yeah. In the end, it sends a message to yeah to look beyond the color of your skin, and it even tackles some yeah social issues in a pretty decent way. It shows that not only are yeah there are instances where Afro Americans are even yeah against their own kind, as I like to call it, when they try to yeah force their own path, which is unfortunately a thing that has been conditioned since yeah primary, or even before that, all the way to university. But that's a story for another video. I digress. Yeah, the the bad part is or the ugly part is, and yeah, there's too many ads in it. But then again, it's an American comic, and yeah, kind of what a reviewer already said in yeah on the League of Comics Geeks. It's more like yeah yeah. I like it because yeah, violence is yeah solve the ongoing violence with more violence. That's kind of yeah it works in this case, but it still feels kind of weak. But yeah, this is what it is, and yeah, it's a pretty basic take on yeah let's say racial tensions, social issues, etc. But in the end, it shows a message, and yeah, I can show you that a bit at the end. Let's go to a bunch of ads first, where they yeah basically force a fight, but then again yeah they have no reason to because they haven't done anything to each other. There's something I liked about it, so yeah, there's a good idea in there, but unfortunately a mixed execution. So yeah, it's pretty simple actually, but it's something you could read during a coffee break, etc., and you won't you pretty much forget about it either way. So let's go to the final verdict, and we go to yeah the League of Comics Geeks that yeah was kind of in agreement with me. It's pretty. This is from yeah littletinyfish. It's pretty funny that Night Thrasher and Rage find themselves in the middle of a three-way shootout between two rival gangs and the police, and getting frustrated with the ongoing violence. Their solution is just more violence. Exactly. Let's stop these guys from kicking their asses by kicking all their asses and maybe enjoy it while we're at it. Which is kind of yeah why I like the simple premise. This is a pretty basic take on the perils of racism, which tries too hard to be more important than it is. And it does not feel like it comes from a genuine place of concern, more like seeing after a local TV news report. Nor does it even begin to look at the complicated deep-seated architecture of which it remains there in the first place. True, but then again, it's a comic, they can show everything. But yeah, I agree with the basic take, but on the other hand, yeah, it's an action comic, so I agree 50-50 with the guy. So yeah, it's more like after a news report, etc. But it doesn't go deeper than that. And in this case, it's not even needed to go deeper than that because yeah, there's a good message at the end that let's say it's time to look beyond the color of the skin of each other and just treat each other like human beings instead of being stuck in this polarized landscape due to your skin color or political views. So yeah, this one gets Little Tiny Fish gave it 2 stars. I personally I give it a 7 out of 10, so 70 out of 100. It's indeed simple, yeah. It tries to be more important than this, and yeah, it's more like yeah, finds is not, never the answer but the solution. In this case, yeah, it is pretty basic, but it's a good fun read for let's say your coffee break or whatever, and or during a weekend when you have nothing better to do, and yeah, after that you put it somewhere in your collection and never look at it again till the time is right. That's all about I have to say about this video. We're almost at the 12-minute mark, so I'll leave it at this, and talk to you guys later. Peace.